So it looks as though James McAtee will leave Manchester City this summer, with a number of Premier League and Bundesliga clubs desperate to sign him. Despite only making 34 first-team appearances for the club, the 22-year-old midfielder is expected to demand a transfer fee in the region of about €46 million. And since he came through Manchester City's youth academy, that will count as pure profit for the Etihad club. While that transfer fee may not seem like a huge amount of money to a club like Manchester City, it is vital to how the club finance Pep Guardiola's first team. And in many ways, Manchester City profit from their academy unlike any other team in Europe. When we take a look at the biggest sales from Man City's academy, there are a number of impressive names. McAtee will most likely come in second behind Cole Palmer, but there are obviously other big names such as Romeo Lavia, Jadon Sancho and Liam Delap. Remarkably, since the start of 2014, Man City have made no less than €450 million from selling academy players. In that time, the club has sold around 52 academy players, which works out at around €7.8 million per player sold. But as we can see in this timeline, it tends to focus around individual stars like Palmer or Lavia leaving the club. That is an insane figure for any club, even Man City, whose total income from player sales over the period of time stood at €1.01 billion, which means that sales from their academy players alone equaled around 46% of the total income from the club. So in other words, Man City have made almost as much money from selling academy players as they have from selling first team players in the previous 10 seasons. When we compare that to the rest of English football, it suggests that if Man City's academy was a separate entity, it would rank 14th among all English clubs for player sales, only just below Arsenal's total income from player sales and above the likes of Newcastle and Leeds United. So while McAtee's departure from Man City this summer may be little more than a footnote in the wider context of the summer transfer window, it should prove to be a perfect example of this vital business that Manchester City do each and every season. Because if they didn't have these academy players to sell, such as this young midfielder, they'd find it far more difficult to actually buy the first team stars that they need for Pep Guardiola's team.